Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is your host, and let me tell you that today we're going to discuss about one of the most important concepts in management called promise-based management or execution excellence. When I talk about this concept, people usually get very excited and interested because it gives them an opportunity to make their bosses happy. You see, typically what happens is that we as employees think that our bosses don't like us or they don't appreciate our work. But the reality is that they love us. They love us a lot. Why do I say this? Because every boss wants his team to execute well. Every boss wants his team to achieve good results. And if you can help him in doing so, trust me, he will be more than willing to give you everything that you need, be it money, power, fame, or whatever else you want. Your boss isn't your enemy, okay? He wants you to succeed. He wants you to become a star performer. He wants you to get promoted. And if you know how to make him feel that you can help him in achieving his targets, then trust me, he would be more than willing to invest in you. In fact, let me share a personal experience with you. Early in my career, I used to think that my managers didn't appreciate my work. And because of that, I used to put in very less effort into my work. The turning point in my career happened when I read a book called Execution Excellence by Larry Bossidy and Ram Karan. In this book, they talk about promise-based management, which basically means that you have to focus on delivering great results. Once I started focusing on execution excellence, my life changed completely. I went from being an average performer to being a high performer. I got selected for all the important projects. I got the opportunity to travel to different countries. I met many important clients and I built a strong reputation within the organization. And most importantly, I became the favorite employee of my manager. Trust me, nothing impresses your boss more than great results. Nothing makes your boss happier than seeing you as a high performer. So that is the reason I recommend that you should read this book and apply the learnings in your day-to-day life. So, what exactly is promise-based management or execution excellence? In simple terms, it means that as an employee, you have to understand what are the expectations of your boss from you and what are the expectations of the organization from you, and then over-deliver on those expectations. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, some of you may ask, yeah, but everyone knows this, right? What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that most people know this concept, but very few people actually practice it. Most people know that they have to over-deliver, but very few people actually do it. And that is the reason why a few people become overachievers and everyone else remain average. Remember, you are not competing with everyone, okay? You are competing with your previous self. You have to beat your own previous performance. If you focus on doing that, trust me, you will become an overachiever. All right, let's try to understand this concept through the lens of an employee. As an employee, what do you think your boss expects from you? Of course, he expects you to do your work sincerely, to put in efforts, to follow processes, to meet deadlines, and to maintain a good work-life balance. All of these things are important, yes, but there is something more important than all of these things combined together, and that is executing well. See, when you execute well, all of these things automatically fall in place. When you execute well, you naturally do your work sincerely. You naturally put in efforts. You naturally meet deadlines. Everything happens naturally when you execute well. Now, you may ask, what is execution excellence? How do I execute well? Well, according to me, execution excellence has 3 key ingredients. Number 1, focus on outcomes. Number 2, ownership. And number 3, communication. Let's understand each one of these 3 ingredients one by one. First is focus on outcome. See, as an employee, the first thing you have to do is to understand what are the expectations of your boss from you. You have to know exactly what your boss wants from you. Because if you don't know what he wants from you, then how will you satisfy his needs? So take the initiative. Talk to your boss, ask him questions, find out what are his expectations from you. And once you know what he wants from you, focus on delivering that. For example, if your job is to prepare a presentation for your boss, then don't just prepare a presentation. Think about, what does your boss really want from this presentation? Is he going to use this presentation to impress an important client? Or is he going to use this presentation during an important meeting with the senior management? Once you know the purpose of the presentation, you will be able to make it more effective. You will include only those slides which add value. You will use a lot of stories and examples to support your key points. And most importantly, you will make sure that the presentation is visually appealing. So always focus on outcomes. Ask yourself, what is the end goal? What am I trying to achieve with my work? Second is ownership. See, as an employee, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make is to blame others for your failures, okay? Never ever do this. Instead, take ownership of your work. Be accountable for your actions. Take charge of your work. Don't wait for your boss to tell you what to do. Instead, show initiative. Do things before you are told to do them. For example, if you have been given a project, don't just complete the project. Try to make the project successful. Think about, what are the things which you can do to make the project more successful. Can you involve more people in the project? Can you delegate some of your work to others? Can you make the project more efficient? Always remember, your job is not just to complete assignments. Your job is to make your projects successful. So always take ownership of your work. And third is communication. See, as an employee, one of the most important skills that you must possess is communication skills. You have to be able to communicate effectively with your boss, with your colleagues, and with your clients. You never know what is going on in the mind of your boss. So, to avoid any kind of misunderstanding, always communicate with him openly. Tell him your ideas. Tell him your thoughts. Tell him the problems that you're facing. And most importantly, tell him your achievements. Don't wait for your annual appraisal to tell your boss about your achievements. Instead, communicate regularly with him. Keep him in the loop. Send him emails whenever you achieve something important. Whenever you get an opportunity to interact with him, make sure you tell him about your achievements. If you follow these 3 ingredients, trust me, you will become a star performer. You will become the favorite employee of your boss. But remember, along with these 3 ingredients, you also need a dash of emotional intelligence, a pinch of creativity, and a cup of hard work. Add all of these ingredients together, and you will become an overachiever. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching the video till the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.